Imagine thinking that LHO shot JFK in 2021. Absolutely wild. I know, Red Scary. I didn't even think it was a controversial belief to put this out there. People were saying, like, what? And Alice from Trash Future, who I generally like. I have no problem with Alice. But Alice was like, that's the only thing the conspiracy theorists like agree on is that he did do the shooting. And I was like, I don't think that's true. I don't agree with that. And when you bring up the degree of difficulty of the shooting as well, someone was like, well, once a Marine, always a Marine, kind of thing. And it's like, I feel like that's giving the Marines too much credit. Are the Marines that great? Like, I know that I understand that they're good at like shooting villagers from helicopters and stuff, but like that doesn't mean that the degree of difficulty of the shot that apparently they claim killed JFK, it was doable by anyone, Marine or otherwise. Like that was not a villager from a helicopter. That was a guy driving a moving target going away through a shrub and also hitting him in the front. And that was the thing as well. I was like, well, look, you watch the video, he gets shot in the front. The guy was behind him. That's the whole case. That's the whole case right there. But people have all these like scientific explanations. They have all these scientific explanations about this. Oh, no, he was wearing a back brace, and it was actually a normal reaction from being shot from behind. And if I have experience with shooting, and I think that that's actually like a sign that he was. And it's like, listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. We can watch the video. You know what? You can tell me all you want about science and physics. I believe what I see with my own two eyes. Okay? I believe what I see with my own two eyes. You watch the video because he's driving towards someone with a flat, low trajectory in the front, over by that fence by the rail yard. You got a couple anti-Castro CIA trained Cuban fascists back there. Bingo bango. The physics understanders. Being shot from behind makes your head go backwards. It's true. I'll show you this. Watch. I'm not exaggerating at all. I'm not exaggerating at all. Just going to chime in as someone that has experience in shooting, but the explanation that there is blowback when a high velocity round leaves a body is legit. Coupled with JFK wearing a medical back brace nearly all the time, the movements in the video make sense without a front shot. Bubble Squid, come on, listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Come on now. We can see the video. I'm sorry, I can read a million explanations like that. You can bring in all the theoretical particle physicists and scientists that you want to explain how it's physically possible. I know you watch the video. I know what the video is. You know what it is. We've all watched it. We all know that the shot didn't come from behind him from the book depository building. We all know this. Come on now. Let's stop pretending. Let's stop playing this game, okay? Can we just play the conspiracy theme from JFK while discussing this? I have done that before, and it does make everything seem very spooky. First, I'm just going to have a little sip of my Diet Coke here, which is the sponsor of the stream for today. Thank you. Thank you to the Coca-Cola Corporation for sponsoring this very stream. What a big thrill. What a big thrill to get their corporate sponsorship. And they subsequently agree with every opinion stated on this program is co-signed by the Coca-Cola Corporation. I'll keep drinking that garbage. And Landersill, great point. This guy's experience in shooting. I think this guy's experience in murder. If he knows how well a body is supposed to react to getting shot. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Oh yeah, no, that's actually a normal thing to happen when you got shot from behind. How do you know? What experience with shooting do you have? Do you know that from like shooting targets at like a gun range? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. And someone was like, well, what about the exit wound at the front of his head? Oh yeah, is that from the autopsy that they had to like take his body out of the hospital at fucking gunpoint so they didn't give it a normal autopsy, and they had to have like a top secret room locked down with the fucking government doctor to co-sign this, and no one can ever see the fucking body after? Is that how we know that? Come on, folks. Let's get real here. It's time to get real. It's time to grow up. It's time to get over yourself here. The second congressional review literally concluded that it was a conspiracy. Thank you, Ben. Welcome. What's up, Ben? Thanks for joining us. Well, that's the thing. It's like, because even if you do think that Lee Harvey Oswald is one of the shooters, which is possible, he may have fired shots from that building, and maybe struck Kennedy or the other governor that he was with from behind. And one of the bullets of the many bullets that were fired, which was more than 3, as many eyewitnesses that day testified to. I personally buy the theory that he was just a patsy that was at the book depository building, that maybe thought that he was involved in some kind of a false flag to fake a shooting that they were going to like discover, and then quickly realize that he was the one that they were pinning it on. He could have been one of the shooters, maybe not. But even if that, it's like the idea that he was the only one shooting just flies in the face of everything that we see with our eyes, all the eyewitness testimony, the injuries on the bodies. Come on, folks. Come on now. Let's get real here. I always like Secret Service did an oopsie. Well, that's an interesting theory also, Nick, but also I don't really agree with that, because then that like takes away the very real motive that we all know that people in the CIA and the national security establishment had to getting rid of Kennedy. And we see all the ways that these people directly benefited from this. They directly benefited from his assassination to completely shift their foreign policy in the exact direction that they want. So if it was an accident, then they certainly took advantage of that accident, you know? It was a happy accident for those folks. There's no doubt in my mind that Alan Dulles made it happen. No, me neither, Ben. And I guess that's what some people think, is that they still think that Oswald was the shooter, but just the motivations, and we can get into the motivations, but it's just like, come on. Come on now. Oswald it wasn't the kill shot. It wasn't. Let's be real here. Let's get real. Pretty smooth operation. We're still talking about all these decades later. Sounds like it was effective, but kind of sloppy. In a way, Lodane, but also it's like, I think that like and they outline this in the movie as well in JFK, but like they outline the fact that like throwing out all these different theories, like the more different theories and the more people can like get into these rabbit holes of who did what and where, and like where the conspiracy starts and where it ends, that obfuscates everything as well, and that works to their advantage as well. In my opinion, well, I agree with this opinion. I agree with this opinion, Ben. Oswald is a patsy, which is why he was immediately killed after he shouted, "I am a patsy." I agree. I absolutely agree. Where's the proof, though? Well, like I said earlier, Slimy Pooch, I mean, the proof is, you can see the proof with your own two eyes when you watch the Zapruder film. And you guys like this can chime in and be like, oh, well, science. Actually, because of science, that's actually true. And it's like, fuck off. Watch the video. He's in the car. He's waving. He gets hit once. He's like clutching himself, gets hit from behind, and then boom. Come on. Come on now. Come on, folks. Actually, because of science. Marty, did you Thank you. Thank you, Outrun. So I guess we should probably set the stage today to talk about this JFK thing. Because the JFK Jr. has been a central figure in like the QAnon mythology.
Good old Rob to talk you through all this.
Watching something online. Thanks for gifting a tier 1 sub to Ayatollah Asahola. Thank you so much. JFK Jr. has been a central figure in the QAnon mythology for a while now. There's different sects within the QAnon universe that believe different things. Some people believe JFK Jr. is QAnon himself. I know there's this figure that goes to a lot of these QAnon rallies that they just decided was JFK Jr. This guy like Vincent something. So part of the big mythology is that they believe JFK faked his own death. It's this guy, Vincent Fusca. They think this guy is JFK Jr. And I see why they think that, though, because it's really a stunning resemblance. It looks exactly like him, so I can see why they would think that. So it's a big part of this mythology, though, is that JFK or JFK Jr. or both faked their deaths and have been working behind the scenes to expose and overthrow the child trafficking, evil, satanic power structures that have controlled America. You're telling me that's not JFK himself? I know it's hard to tell because, it looks exactly like both of them. It's really similar. So it's been a central part of the mythology, but the Kennedy family. I don't know why exactly, because it's not like the Trumps and the Kennedys would have that much in common. Or JFK and Trump. Politically, there's not a whole lot of similarities beyond the sort of the surface level things of them being capitalists and imperialists. But anyway, that's part of the storyline that they've created, that they've crafted around this. And apparently today, what we're looking at today is that there is a rally happening in Dallas, I believe, right? Where there's going to be an announcement today in Dealey Plaza, where, as we know, Kennedy was shot, not by Lee Harvey Oswald. There's going to be a big announcement, and what they think is going to happen today is that JFK and JFK Jr. are both going to show up today in Dallas at the site of his assassination. It really a biblical return from the grave thing. They really think this, Christ redemption, coming from the grave. Gonna come back today. He's going to proclaim that Trump is president again, and it's going to institute finally the sort of event that they've been fantasizing about now since Trump was elected, which was supposed to happen immediately after Trump was elected. And it's been 5 years since that time happened, and they've still believed that this is going to happen. All the mass arrests of all the Democrats, and all those folks are going to start happening. The Clintons, the Clinton crime family, and all this. You know, this was a central. This is what QAnon was: is that they thought that this was supposed to happen when Trump was elected. Trump was going to win the election, then he was going to get rid of all these bad deep state guys. Then, for some reason, this just hasn't materialized. Even when Trump was president, he apparently didn't have the power to do this. But now, 5 years later, they're like, okay, now it's really going to happen. This time, it's really going to happen. Do they think he's coming back to life, or do they think he was never dead? Well, I imagine that realistically, they think that he faked his own death. Perhaps because there's a real like evangelical bent to a lot of this stuff, right? So maybe some of them do actually believe that it is like a legitimate resurrection type thing that they're witnessing today. Is there a live stream of this? Do we have a live stream of this? It's 12 minutes. It was 12 minutes away at 1:17. So it's great. It's happening right now. Do we got a live stream? This is happening right now, this second, Doc Hollywood. This was 12 minutes ago. There's a nice little. It's a nice little day with your family. You go with the lawn chairs. You get your flags. I believe that guy has a JFK hoodie on. Like they're Q's. You got a Q sent me sign. JFK would be 104 years old. That's right.
We lost service like 3 or 4 times.
Got a live stream.
What news people read, right? I don't want to do WEAP news talk. Huh. Red, white, blue news talk, huh? Huh. Yeah. And he's construction worker. I'm telling you, this is yeah, we don't need to set them out anymore. I'm not really reading the comments because I'm kind of walking around, guys. I'll try to check them every now and then.
It's not very good connection here.
News Talk 48. Yeah, see, everybody's like, they're on the main, place where he got supposed shot. Yeah, it's packed there more than the video that they showed on TV in 63, right? You know? Oh, yeah.
Is this happening? Is this it?
Hell yeah.
I'm hearing some cheering.
Huh. God, it acts like nobody loves 45, right?
It's happening. I think a fire truck just honked through. They were doing They were doing this when the trunk passed. When the truck passed,
thing, I'm afraid.
JFK is behind the wheel of a semi, honking away.
They're not going to give us no warning. You're probably going to have a few minutes when there ain't no cars, and that's all you're going to have. You know.
I'm unsure of whether this guy is on board with this.
Construction workers coming this way. We're going to leave them guys alone.
Here we got a Dealey Plaza live feed. Okay. So this is, if I'm not mistaken, in the Elm, like this is where it was shot right here, right? Right going along that road there. Like that's where they're lining up. On Elm. And there's over there, I can't point. Over there by the sort of tunnel entrance to the right, there's the rail yard where the fence was. Where as we know, the real shooting took place. Here, I know what we can do to make this more exciting. Any minute now, he should be showing up. So. Any minute now, he should be showing up. Yeah, weird how if you're in the book depository, you don't get him when he's coming down the street there, coming directly for you, headed to right for you, right? Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do the shooting there? When he's driving down the road directly towards us right now, you got a perfect time to do that. And if you miss the first time, he's going to accelerate. You got him on a second shot, a second opportunity. No, you wait until he turns down Elm into that triangulating firing position, doesn't it? That's why you wait. Patient. You gotta triangulate with the real shooters. These men were patient. Hunters. Okay, these are professionals. You put a team down there across the way. You got a team in this building, and you got to get a team in the railroad, by the railroad tracks as well. And it's a turkey shoe. He should be showing up any moment now. Like they're ready for him. That's why it's good to have this. It's good to have this soundtrack going, because then when he shows up, it's going to be perfect. Waiting for the radio to give the go or abort. That's right. That's exactly right. I know sometimes I listen to this track when I'm driving around, and I'm just like, I start looking around for like helicopters tailing me and stuff. You know, it's very exciting. I'm excited to be a part of history too, Outrun. This is really thrilling stuff. I mean, listen, when you're doing this kind of live broadcasting, the exciting thing is about being a part of these big moments, right? We were all a part of the January 6th moment when we watched that all play out together live live on this stream. And today we're going to see the second coming of JFK. Usher in the dawn of the new era. Really exciting. And Red Scary and Lodane too. When you talk about John Williams and this score, to me it's the versatility of John Williams. You know? He's not a guy that just does the same thing over and over again. He doesn't, you know, he can do the big themes like Superman, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all these things, but then he approaches different different creative projects and just goes in completely different directions with it. You know, like you wouldn't really imagine, this doesn't sound intrinsically like a John Williams track. But he just brings whatever the project needs. He knows exactly like what it brings. He also did the soundtrack to Steven Spielberg's film The War of the Worlds, which is one of my favorite. I love War of the World, the Spielberg War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. And the John Williams score to that is so great. It's so understated. You barely even know that there is a score, but it's really like a wonderful like contribution to it. He basically made the same piece of music for Spielberg 4 times, though. Well, not necessarily, because Comrade Social Distancing, like, he did distinct themes. He did a theme for Indiana Jones. He did a separate theme for Temple of Doom, which was similar and had the same elements, but it had a totally different vibe. He did a different theme for the third one. Yeah, Hans Zimmer could never... Listen, I love Hans Zimmer. I do. I love Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer's score for Dune is tremendous. But there's a reason John Williams is John Williams, though. You know what? Oopsie, it's 11:22 that he got shot. I think these people are all 20 days too early. That wouldn't make sense. That's true. That wouldn't make sense at all. Zimmer, the True Romance theme as well. I love that. Those little couplets. I love that stuff. Remember the old joke about Danny Elfman's Burden score style? La 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 diddly 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 bum 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 bum. Yeah. I know all about it. Just joined. What are we watching? Well, Wingman, you're in luck. Are the man of the hours running a little bit late here?
You can count on me. You're gonna have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
Diddly 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 bomb 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 bomb.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Kijiji GD, for the 11 months of Tier 1. Thank you so much. So Wingman, you're just in time. It's a momentous occasion in American history. We're looking live right now. Dealey Plaza, Dallas, Texas. Today, apparently, some believe this, that JFK and JFK Jr., both of them, will be revealing themselves today. They will be returning to proclaim Donald Trump president and usher in the next stage in American civilization when all the deep state Clinton crime families locked up. He's running a little bit late. I think he was supposed to be here by now, but he should be showing up. Maybe there was like some kind of traffic situation. So they should be getting there any moment. I'm going to be annoyed if this whole sequence gets muted because I'm using this score right now. That would be a shame, wouldn't it? JF Mondib, that's right. JFK is going to reveal himself to be the long prophesied Kwisatz Haderach today. Maybe they assassinated him again. Could you imagine? Our several decade long secret plan is finally culminating. We've been waiting since goddamn 1963 to reveal this. And he immediately just gets assassinated again. It's like, fuck. They got us again. Damn it. It could be a looper situation. You know what? It could be sophisticated pills. It could be like a Free Jack situation. I don't know if you remember Free Jack, the 90s Emilio Estevez and Mick Jagger film Free Jack. Possibly at the moment before death. The moment before death. As the bullet is in the air, coming from that area over there by the train tracks. Kennedy's brought forward in time several decades. And we think we see the assassination play out, but really that was like a dummy body that got switched at the last minute in this complicated time travel process. Okay, I need more info about what they think is going to happen as well, Sinchow. So nothing is showing up on the live feed, unfortunately. We're going to keep our eye on that, though, obviously. We don't want to... Let's check in with our shoe leather reporting on the ground here from this guy. Patriot Dave. We got Patriot Dave. Official TRRS correspondent Patriot Dave is on the ground here. Let's see what the people are saying.
Yeah. Yes. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Where are you guys from? Oh, wow. Of course, everybody moved down there.
You haven't missed it yet. Progressive Canuck is going to show up any moment now.
Scumbags, kind of. But it's well, can't say too much off the record, but No, no, no. Not that you know of, right? I mean,
It's a huge mix-up. Jamie Kennedy is coming to Dallas. Yeah,
no, I probably would. I mean, unless I was told not to.
of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be there. I forget what row we are. I always say it wrong. Yeah. I think the Rolling Stones is the opening band. That's my intuition. I mean,
Yeah, Mick Jagger's in Dallas right now too.
you
Coincidence?
guys watching on YouTube, dude? That's awesome. That's so funny. The first 2 days, nobody even knew who I was. I was just walking around.
Can you believe no one recognized Patriot Day? Can you believe that shit?
Yeah. Oh, man, I just try to be truthful. I mean, honestly, try to be truthful.
No, I've never seen that episode of Red Dwarf. 1.22 gigawatts. I've never seen that.
What, Joe? If I don't know,
I know there
I'll
was
tell
a
you
very
my
good
intuition.
episode of
That way
Quantum.
you
There was a
can
JFK episode of Quantum Leap as well.
You got to believe yourself. That's just what.
There's a really cool JFK Quantum Leap where Sam leaps into Lee Harvey Oswald's body,
Oh, absolutely.
but like can't control it. Like somehow still goes through with the shooting somehow.
And Patrick too. Yeah. And Patrick too.
Which unfortunately does propagate the false theory about Lee Harvey Oswald, but we don't need to get into that. Quantum Leap, great show. Great show. Al couldn't stop them because he's a hologram from the future. If you're not familiar with, Quantum Leap.
And the first unconfirmed reports say the president was hit in the head. I repeat, unconfirmed report that the president was hit in the head. The president's wife, Jackie Kennedy, was not hurt.
Thanks, Al. If you hadn't reached me, I would have shot.
No, it wouldn't have been you pulling that trigger, Sam. Not really.
And then when I had a chance to save him, I leaped. Why, Al? Why?
Oswald's mind finally reconnected, and when it did, he leaped back. And you leaped into the nearest person that could accomplish your mission.
But I didn't accomplish it.
Well,
He did change the timeline though,
I
folks.
didn't save him.
no.
He saved someone
It
else.
doesn't look like that's what you were here to do. Ziggy thinks you were here to save her. Your Swiss cheese mind probably doesn't remember, but the first time, Oswald killed Jackie, too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, you should understand a little bit.
What we have done with our Jackie Kennedy, who knows? According to this Rolling Stones article
Well,
I'm
that's
reading,
the
it's
thing. Most
AT&T
people don't
Discovery
know it.
Plaza and not Dealey Plaza. AT&T makes it more sus. Like, what are they
Right.
building? Some kind of 5G? Some kind of 5G tower, perhaps?
Mr.
More
Director
intel from the
here.
article. JFK Jr.
You guys
has
hear
to
him
come
okay?
back to the Trump when reinstated
Get in there,
as
Mom.
the 19th president. can make him his VP. So there's only been 19. Is that true? That's interesting. Does that just mean that everyone after?
In there.
I don't even want to speculate on why that is. Any moment now, the Kennedys are coming through a Rick and Morty portal. It's going to be really exciting to capture this. Oh, and then Trump is stepping down to make JFK Jr. president. That, to me, like, imagine believing that. Imagine if you believe all this stuff, but, like, that's the thing that would be a bridge too far for me. And then Trump's just going to step down to make JFK president. Yeah, sure he is. That really sounds like the Donald Trump that we all know. He's going to immediately, once he becomes reinstated as president, he's going to step down. Yeah, because really he loves showing that kind of humility and respect. And sacrificing his own ambitions and his own power for the greater good. Definitely something that he's practiced throughout his career. Absolutely. For sure. Trump's going to immediately step down. We all know that he'd be like, folks, we don't want JFK to be the president, do we, folks? It's not gonna work. Yes, but he's stepping down as president to become one of the new 7 kings, probably King of Kings, from the Book of Revelations. Okay, that does actually track a bit more, doesn't it? It's more of a step up. Okay, now that actually makes sense. Man, imagine if we go through fucking the biblical revelations. The fire and brimstone, the night becomes as black as sackcloth. Real Old Testament type shit starts to happen, and fucking Donald Trump is the leader of the new post-apocalyptic religious theocracy, Christian theocracy that emerges. We've got Donald Trump at the head of that. How depressing would that be? Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Thank you. Fucking 2,000 years of biblical prophecy come true, and it's fucking Donald Trump in his dumb, one of his big suits with his gigantic ties, walking awkwardly up like a ramp. That's your new King of Kings, folks.
We're all gonna be crying again today.
The only revelation will be that all of this was bullshit. Well, something tells me, King Uendo, that that's not going to change these people's beliefs. That all of this stuff is true. In fact, I imagine what's going to happen is they're going to double down on every single one of these things and just shift the goalpost to the next big event and the next big return that's going to happen, as they've been doing for literally 5 years now. Again, the whole prophecy was supposed to happen 5 years ago, and it just hasn't happened. So, and each time it gets more elaborate. Each time it doesn't happen, each time one of these prophecies fails, it just becomes more elaborate, and they double and triple down even more. This is going to end in some kind of big mass suicide event, probably, by the way. So we should probably watch out for that. Imagine how much these people are going to fucking lose it if and when Donald Trump runs for president again and wins, which is still a distinct possibility. Imagine how much these people are going to lose it. When they then start enacting all these draconian voting laws to ensure that no liberal will ever win an election again. Which will ultimately be kind of a manifestation of this very prophecy that they've been speculating on.
Oh my.
That's nice.
Right?
This is someone's gam.
That's how we all should be, though.
This is someone's gam at this rally. Please come collect your gam.
I promise you, that's where we're going. Yeah. I know that's where we're going. I feel it. I know it. 20,000 year cycle on top of all that. We're there. We're there.
What's this guy talking about?
Take that moon and get it the fuck out of our solar system. We'll blow that thing out of here. No. I couldn't hear what he said.
He said, well, cause she's kind of,
Yeah.
losing her mind.
Yeah.
And he just said, God, it's so godlike.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, where were you? She looked off and she didn't work. I worked at a bank and she knew the parents and getting it. And she rented a hotel and she started to cry.
Well, of course.
She started to cry. She knew that. And then that's when he was like, when he looked at her and basically told her these numbers and he said, look at me. He's like, see,
They gave up on Gam Gam. You hate to see it.
the vice president was like, shoot. He's like, I know it's hard for you to wrap your, it might be hard for you to wrap your brain around.
It's hard for all of us.
Yeah, he lives, but it is an actual fact and it is glorious. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right. Yeah.
He's not gonna lie to her. That was
I'm trying to pay attention to what these guys are talking about. It's hard to make it out, though.
very,
Good luck. Oh, there is no luck. That's for the bad people.
Cult recruiting must be off the charts here. You know Amazing Bird Show? I don't know if you watched that show, The Leftovers, which was kind of uneven. There was stuff about it that I liked a lot, but one of the, I think, the really accurate things in The Leftovers is how in the wake of this like incident where, you know, all these people just disappear and there's kind of this apocalyptic event, they form a whole new like government agency to monitor all the cults that are popping up. And that is definitely one thing that we're gonna see plenty more of that. Like the cult shit that we're seeing forming now. I mean, this is really the early stages of this, isn't it? Like as things continue to deteriorate, the climate and the supply chain and all these, the way of life kind of becomes more and more impossible. People are going to really look to that type of shit as answers. Not like this channel, though. Not like this is, obviously, as we know, this is not a cult. This isn't a cult here. But overall, there's this phenomenon of people like reaching out to cults. Not this channel. But like, overall as a phenomenon, that's going to be something that's going to happen. Can you comment on the live feed? Tell them to enunciate, then explain what enunciate means.
It's all going to be fine.
I don't think he's reading the chat, or else I would.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be glorious. You know? Somebody's getting into a construction company. Well, that's good, right? I mean, if it's not optics, or if it is optics, I don't care. I just...
Well, we don't listen to what you say sometimes.
To make a communist rap sheet, we got leftist behind. I like that. When we, Umbirella, Sarah, thanks for stopping by the way. When we move this channel into a real physical location, when I get the Hassan level of Twitch notoriety, and I get the compound, not even the Hassan level, the Tim Pool level of notoriety, we're gonna get that compound. We're gonna move the whole Rob zone there, so we can start doing this IRL. That's when we're really going to take this to the next level, okay? This whole relationship. Okay? We're taking this whole relationship to the next level. And I hope, Sarah, you're going to be a part of this as well.
He always says in your face all the time.
A series of bunkers in northern Quebec. That's right. Yeah. Like a little tunnel system. Can we call it Robstown? I'm going yes on this. We can. We can absolutely do that.
Yeah. And then you add the 31 years of mass expert. I mean,
JFK is returning like Jeebus. That's exactly like that, Dan. That's right.
Kind of blue, the blue thing that's got.
Oh, but now I'm getting cancelled for being Canadian. That's unfortunate. Plaguers is canceling me, spreading some unfortunate anti-Canadian discrimination as well, which we hate to see.
And I'm kind of vacillating here, so if I don't understand, it's okay. I will when it's time. No.
I'll film when it's time. I was hoping for the Rousseau roost.
Yes.
We'll work on the tagline, okay?
Just kind of saying this because it is in your face.
It is in our face, and we are so blind, or some of us are blind to the fact of he's literally telling us who he is.
I'm in your face. Yeah. Yeah, right.
And I still
But
have
we
a
have
thing.
a preconceived notion
Yes, we do.
of who
And what?
And
I know.
what?
And I'm so, I mean, it just trips me
people
up.
should be like.
Trips me up and trips me up. And I say,
I should do a call to action too, because I'm 2 hours into this thing almost. Sitting at 2 subs. If you're watching the channel for the first time, please feel free to subscribe.
because, you know,
Don't be shy.
it's gonna
Get the emotes. If you want to talk about JFK, if you're a true supporter of JFK, you can subscribe to this channel and get the very best JFK emote on Twitch. You can do this by subscribing to this channel.
You know, 1,000 or 1,000,000 steps.
Not only that, but you can be part of a very special community that's not a cult. We all need the item. We're all atomized.
Count on me. You're gonna have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
sometimes I'm the eye. I think
Comrade Social Distancing, thank you so much
The other thing I say is we had two,
for gifting C3 subs. I really appreciate that, Comrade Social Distancing.
meaning 2 eyes,
Hell yeah.
2 ears.
As Nightbot is reminding too,
You can count on me. You're gonna have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
Not a cult? Poggers.
there we go. Alana Nana, thanks so much for the 100 friend coin as well.
Up the size of the account.
As a drop of rain.
I also do have like a tip thing now. I have a tip page. And I don't think anyone's actually used it yet, but if someone does, we can see if the notification pops. Although I don't think I did like a cool Rob animation, but you can also do tip on the Stream Elements page. You can subscribe on Patreon, which really, really helps. I actually lost a bunch of Patreon subscribers because I stopped doing my other podcast. And I was like, listen, I'm stopping to do the podcast, but I'm doing actually more content. I'm not stopping making stuff. I'm just doing more stuff elsewhere. And a bunch of people canceled their subscriptions. And I was like, oh. Also something you can do.
I know it sounds crazy, but it can be.
You know why? This world is full of
Oh, you're talking about it up there somewhere?
Exactly.
Ah.
All seeing eye.
My. God, I love her. Oh. I love her.
I'm telling you.
Which Patriot are you? Do you have a show?
Yeah, Patriot Dave.
Oh, my friend listens to you. She will.
Oh my god, the Patriot Dave, folks.
Patriot Dave.
Oh, I know. I was like,
The Patriot Dave is
I get up for 2 days.
in the flesh. That's so exciting.
see? Here's your fan. Number one fan over here.
This is some guy, Rob Russo, some leftist based in Canada. I was turned on to this sick individual, and I found this.
Gotta get some pictures.
What do we got going on here? What is this?
Sorry, guys. We got in some
Oh, Lucid. Oh my goodness, Lucid.
You're enlightening us.
Thank you so
Well,
much
count
for the
on me.
raid,
You're gonna have
Lucid.
good old Rob
Really
to,
exciting.
talk you through all this.
We're good.
Lucid Fox.
T hype, Lucid hype. We're in Lucid T hype, Lucid hype.
Hell yeah, we're in. We're in, folks. Welcome, Lucid chatters. Thank you so much for joining us.
Right?
Really appreciate that, Lucid. In the middle of a hype train, too, if anyone wants to contribute to that. That's exciting, right? That's exciting. We are watching live. We're watching live footage from Dealey Plaza right now. Very special day in American history. Very special day in American history. JFK and JFK Jr. returning today, revealing themselves. They'll be proclaiming Donald Trump the president again. This is all happening live right now, so we're any moment this stuff is going to happen.
Have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
Any moment they're going to show up. They're running a little late, but any moment they're going to show up. As a Canadian, can you tell me if it's true that your president is secretly the son of Castro? Correct. Absolutely correct. That's absolutely right. He's a disappointing son, though. He's a fail son. He's Castro's fail son. And we all have to live with the reality of that here, which is very unfortunate for us. Hello, Rob. I thought I had it bad as a black man living in America, but Lucid reminded me you were Canadian, and I grounded my perspective. Thank you. This is the true oppression Olympics, where I'm at the top. I'm at the top of the oppression pyramid. That's correct. I come from a marginalized group, Canadians. Jewish Chipmunk 1312, thanks for gifting a sub as well. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. And folks, so while we're waiting for JFK to show up, just remind you as well, this is what we got the hype train going right now, and like this is what We were all talking about how, like, in the future that we're dealing with this, we're all atomized, you know, we're all struggling for community, we're struggling for family, and this is what this community offers, okay? So when you do subscribe to the channel, or when you gift subs to the channel, this is the kind of operation you're contributing to. Okay, and if you're a non-subscriber, again, I'm happy to have you. I'm happy to have all the non-subscribers, but this is you at the bottom.
You can count on me.
You're kind of on the
good
outside
old
looking
Rob
in.
to talk you through all this.
Comrade Social Distancing, thank you so much for gifting 2 subs again. Thank you so much. Aren't you also Anglo in Quebec? They don't have any signs for your people anymore. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm one of the most marginalized, discriminated against groups in this country. It's very unfortunate. And when you don't subscribe to the channel, you contribute to that. And I don't, you know, if I wouldn't be comfortable with that. If you are, that's no problem. But, you know, I find it's a little messed up. That's all. But you could be part of this. You could be part of this highly exclusive, patented, trickle-down clout system community.
We met Joe. He's like, I'm just Joe. I'm saying, well, I'm just Patriot Dave. And everybody's like wanting to pull on his face and stuff. Are you wearing a mask, Joe? Just tell us. Come on, be honest.
It's Patriot Dave in the flesh, folks. Patriot Dave in the flesh is shown up there. Everyone's mind's getting blown by this. This is called the hard sell. That's right, Doc Hollywood. Listen, I gotta make a fucking living on here. I don't like it any more than you do, alright? I don't like it any more than you do. I gotta make a goddamn living on this stupid platform.
You've just become an elite member of the Friendship Triangle.
Femboy Supremacy says, how would you feel if one day we discover yet a more marginalized group of people than yourself? Well, it's just, I would be interested to hear about that, but I think it's unlikely. Gianibus, thanks for gifting 5. Gianibus, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs.
Probably. Yeah.
Although I might crazy her to just only go up by 4. I don't know. I really appreciate that, Gianibus. Thank you so much.
The Invisible Man. Invisible Man. Invisible Man.
Very, very exciting day today.
Very possible. Look at the height, too. I mean,
You think he's like 6'1"?
he says in your face. He says in your face all the time.
I know, that's true. Oh my God.
And I'm a 31-year math expert. We just talked about this with her. She's got some great analogies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she probably shares some with you.
Patriot Dave's out here throwing game at these ladies. You have to respect it. Okay, you have to respect it.
Okay, so the demolition.
Why hasn't anyone considered that JFK was reincarnated as a dog and he's already at the event? These people are so close-minded. I'm sure there's like a subsect of QAnon that does believe that. So what are we guessing will be the explanation as to why JFK doesn't arrive? I think someone mentioned earlier, BC Brown Books, that perhaps they got the date wrong. We're not quite at the anniversary of the shooting, so maybe that's what it's going to be. Which took place, I believe, in November. Later in November. So it could be another couple weeks away. I wonder how far these folks came from to see this. Is there still time to hire a lookalike and blow the mines? That would have been a good prank, actually. If you send elderly JFK down there today and just get swarmed by these folks. Are we sure the black hat deep state didn't intercept JFK Jr.? Well, we're not sure, Irate Lump. We're not sure at all. It's one of the things we were speculating on, the tragic irony of that. If this decades-long plot to expose the deep state and the Clinton crime family, this decades-long plot, it's just about to come to fruition, and at the last minute, the deep state gets him again. How humiliating would that be? They're in Dallas. Dealey Pot. They're in Dallas. They're at the site of the original JFK shooting. Where JFK was shot, not by Lee Harvey Oswald, as we all know. Not by Lee Harvey Oswald, but where he was indeed shot.
understand because of
I think I saw Ted Cruz's dad in the background. He could have been involved. Maybe Trump was right about that. Maybe Trump was right about it. And they're not releasing they're not releasing the files. Why aren't they releasing the
You can't
files?
say something because I'm going to add you in. I'm going to add you in as a moderator. That way you can stick a fork in in a few of these trolls.
Oh, there's some trolls in the chat.
You're on here.
Oh no, there's some trolls in the chat. He's modding someone. He's modding someone so they can come in there and get rid of these trolls. That's very unfortunate. Personal question to the streamer: are you trans? I saw you on Bad Bunny's Trans Lifeline stream. No, I'm cis. I support trans people. And Nicole asked me to join the stream, so I did.
I want you guys to hear what she's saying here.
I like to talk about trans rights and that kind of stuff, and I support trans people being able to live with dignity and not be constantly harassed by weirdos and be defined out of existence by the state, so I like to try and support that.
I don't know, but I just got a wave of energy, and it's like really good. I don't know what the hell I just felt. Oh yeah. I don't know. I'm not trying to like get everybody on the edge of the seat any more than I am, but I'm telling you, something just came upon me, and it was not bad at all.
Thank you so much for everyone that contributed to the hype train, folks.
Yeah, I felt it.
I appreciate that.
So,
They've set the time as any time before midnight. Okay, so these folks are they're for the long haul then, I guess, today.
there's only a couple people that's actually revealed themselves already. They were just kind of, a lot of them were dressed as homeless, etc. I met a couple of those, and Taylor and our senior, I seen with my own eyes.
No one responded to my nice. I tried to leave a nice supportive comment here.
And then he said, "I'll see you guys tomorrow." And
I said, Patriot Dave, I'm watching your stream live on Twitch with hundreds of viewers. Very excited to see the fireworks. Keep up the great work.
but there's others.
This is how I'm going to gain their
There's
trust.
a few others. I think it was Miguel Singer. I got to shake his hand too, and he had a cross on, and he told the ladies he's.
So look at Jean Mosal is already managing expectations downward here. She says, be patient. People have been working on this since 1963. We can wait another year if needed to take down the cabal. So she's already saying, like, hey, listen, we all know that something is going to happen. Just in case something doesn't, though, we can wait longer, right? She's already, like, wants to make sure everyone understands that maybe nothing will happen, but if not, that's not going to change their attitude or their drive, okay? It could happen. Downplaying already. That's right. They're doing some like biblical stuff. Watching another stream, one family flew from Delaware to see JFK Jr. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Amen.
I would wait 500 years and I would wait 500 more for JFK Jr.
Right.
They probably forgot to charge the ley lines like a bunch of amateurs. God damn it. God damn it. You fucked it up. You fucked it up! So they're really on some biblical stuff here.
The gematria is helping people on programs so much.
It is.
I don't use it. I don't have a problem with anybody using it.
It helped me.
Nothing is fucked, dude. Nothing is fucked. They're a bunch of fucking amateurs.
What I was feeling was dead on the
Like a confirmation.
Yeah, because it's hard for us to go with feelings because we were taught that feelings were not trusted.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Trust truth. Exactly. Yeah, so you're like, okay, there's no verse, there's no Bible verse, so now that's not true. That's how people did, right?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes. Unfortunately.
I'm the children's director, and I saw stuff that goes on in the church. I'm like, oh, this isn't right. This is ridiculous.
Can I grow this? Like,
Pastor would tell me, I think
doesn't.
this man is so nice, loves kids, can play music. Why don't you let him be a worship director for the children's ministry?
If I pop out the chat, you're not going to see it.
He's like, I just don't like the way he dresses. I said, are you kidding me? Who cares? Don't worry about what you wear, what you eat, right? We're not supposed to worry about what we wear, what we eat. Heavenly Father. So this man, this pastor, would not let certain serve. I'm like, well, I'm out of here now, because this isn't my program.
Right. F you, see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
There we go, Patriot Dave.
Yeah.
He does need a better camera setup. I agree.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a bit of an amateurish production.
Yeah, and why 66? Oh, because number of man, each man. Right. Of all numbers. But let's think near. 9, 9, 9. Love it. So great. I know, it is. It's so funny, especially.
He should be showing up soon. Although, like Red Scary pointed out, they're perhaps waiting until midnight.
She is going to be somewhere. I told her, I didn't come here to sleep. My sister's with me, but she was tired.
I wish I could be this legitimately interested in anything. One, as I keep saying, Wingman, it's like you see the willingness and the energy on the far right to organize all over all kinds of stuff. JFK returning to life. Fucking critical race theory. You know, anti-trans shit. They'll get out of their homes, they'll mobilize, they'll make people's lives uncomfortable, they'll devote all kinds of time to like change for these completely reactionary and bullshit things. But when you ask these people, listen, this whole thing about like hating the deep state and politicians, you're absolutely right to do that. You're absolutely right to feel that way. And like elites, big pharma, why don't you protest the oil companies? Why don't you protest the people that are like destroying the planet? This very real thing that we know is for sure happening. And they're like, are you that crazy hoax? I'm going to participate in that crazy hoax? Are you kidding me? And it's like, great. Great. If there was a rally that promised Lenin would come back to life, would you show up? Fake leftists. And I actually agree with that, Red Scary. I would want to be there just to see, just in case. Right? Like if someone was saying, listen, Lenin is for sure coming back, I probably wouldn't believe it. Because that's really unlikely. But I would still be like, I don't not believe it at the same time. You know what I mean? Of course I'm gonna go. Right? Probably nothing will happen. Most likely nothing will happen. I'm gonna go to check it out, of course. You know? That's what I'd be saying. Yeah, the noise is really bad. I don't know.
That means you scumbags knows you're going to hell. And we're going to help you get there, okay? You've already opened the door. We're just going to shove your ass in there and tell you see you later. And then we're going to take the lid. We're going to slam the lid on your head. And then there you go. Gone. It's like Gone with the Wind, right? Let's go, Brandon.
I said, I don't know if you can see what I'm writing. I said, let's go, Brandon. Tell these trolls what's what, Patriot Dave. Disrespectful people.
Yes, sir. Senior. Pretty nice.
Again, this is how I gain their trust.
JFK Senior. Mr. 45 himself. Don't forget the VP. Don't forget that one, right?
This is how I'm going to gain their trust.
Don't forget the VP.
It's not it's not me. It's not me making that sound. It's Patriot Dave. That's part of Patriot Dave's feed. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's some like road work, some electrical interference. I don't know. I'm not sure. Until one clicks through to my YouTube. Well, listen, look what they could do if they did click through to my YouTube. They can go click through to my YouTube and look at my YouTube videos. Look at that. Look at this. That's the basic argument. It's just, in fact, like Oliver Stone's movie about this, Oliver Stone's JFK, Stay Woke, people, presents a pretty fucking convincing argument for what exactly happened in this. Not only that it was not possible for Oswald to do the shooting, but what it was, which was just a soft coup where you basically had people in 3 buildings. See? I can fuck with this stuff.
Basically, is what they describe.
They can trust me. Yeah, so number one, Oswald can't do the shooting because it's just an impossible shot that they're saying that he did. And also, the big thing, also the whole back into the left thing, which is that Oswald was behind Kennedy. Like if you have a sniper rifle, he's driving away from you. And that's how he does the shot. And if you watch the fucking tape, the Zapruder film, he gets hit. It's got to believe your eyes. The whole back into the left thing, right? It's shot in the front. Back into the left. Because he gets shot very quite clearly like that. And Oswald apparently got him there. So just like Oswald couldn't do the shot, it's not possible. And literally the bullet would have had the old setup. Do like a hook motion from behind and hook around and then hit Kennedy from the front. Here was Owen's take. Okay, let's see this. See, these people can trust me. Here's Dealey Plaza again. Nothing much going on. Shit, did I lose Patriot Dave's feed? He curved the bullet, that's right. No, but because of physics. You see, it's because of physics that, and because he was wearing a back brace, you see, that he got shot in the head and he went like that, backwards. It's just, there's a simple physical explanation. Fuck off. Fuck off. Even Castro wasn't even there. Castro just understood the basic facts of the case, and even Castro was like, no way. No way. Who are you going to believe? Fucking Castro or random Twitter physicist who has experience with shooting and understands that when you get shot in the back, you go and jerk in the direction that you get shot in? You going to trust Castro or that guy? Or me? Personally, I'm going to go on the Castro side. Myself. I'm going to be with Castro and Bill Hicks and everyone that has correctly realized that this was bullshit just because of how obviously, and Oliver Stone. That's my team on this. That's who I'll be that's who I'll be lining up beside on these questions. I ride with Patriot Dave. That's right. He should be showing up any moment now. Aren't they saying his Secret Service guy bumblefuck taking his gun out and shot him too? Well, I know people have said that, Magaky. Personally, I don't believe that. It's an interesting theory, but I don't believe that just because, like, that makes it, like, not really an assassination at all, but just kind of a big accident, which I don't really agree with. I guess maybe there's a theory where they were trying to fake an assassination. They were trying to fake a like pro-Castro assassination that they were going to, shut down, like the way that the FBI always just closes down terrorist attacks that they directly like instigated. And then during the course of this operation, it was botched and he was actually killed. Come on, though. Come on. They shot him. They shot him, folks. They meant to do it. We know who did it. We know exactly how they benefited from it. Let's stop playing this game here. Let's stop playing this JFK game shit. Okay?
Cat must be forking away.
Them Dulles boys at it again. It's not complicated. You know? It's barely even a conspiracy. Like, you can see right there. He gets rid of Dulles. He wants to stop listening. The CIA is forcing him is like making him do all this shit that's embarrassing him. He fires Dulles. He wants to get out of Vietnam. And they're like, no way. We need that unlimited money printing machine of the Vietnam War, sending a whole generation of American boys to go shoot at foreigners, teaching them to kill on behalf of the state. We need this. We need this, John. And he doesn't want to do it. So...
the bounce off the wall is harder than it was when it hit it because of the friction versus the velocity. I can't say the word. The speed of it.
Very low quality getting from the stream here. Seriously though, it's like you got the suspect, you got the motive.
Man, I gotta say, this is awesome, guys.
Who benefits? Who has the ability to carry it out? Who has the ability to cover it up? We know the answers to these questions. These are not. It's not even that much of a secret.
You know.
Okay, but can you name 10 extremely strong motivations for it? Yes.
Of course.
That's right. That's literally like what it is when we have these conversations.
Be in your face.
No, I'm sure it was this random ONI guy, this naval intelligence guy, who defected to Russia, and then they just let him right back in the country. He gave up his passport, he defected to Russia, and then he showed up at the United States border again. They said, "Welcome back, sir. Here's a new passport. Come on in. Here's a job. Why don't you get a job at this book depository?"
I gotta say, Dave, you scumbag trolls. I love
Easy. The U.S. government is famous for that kind of stuff. Someone that defects from the government, they're just like, "Come on back in." That's all water under the bridge. The U.S. government always does this kind of stuff. So
you just made my day more glorious than it already was. Oh my! Oh. Yeah. The video quality is all you're gonna get. So.
We got Trump Kennedy 2021 in the chat.
I'm going to reiterate, though, the two things that I can tell you I did see, well, three, but seeing Dale Earnhardt Sr., that was pretty glorious on Halloween. And
what's he talking about, Dale Earnhardt? How does he factor into this? Is he coming back from the grave as well today?
Kind of like Brand, right? You know, fake. I just seeing those people was just really glorious. It really was. Robin Williams. Yeah, and then
this is not good, Dave. This is bad quality.
The other one was a singer. I mentioned his name earlier. I got a whole lot going.
I have to show you something else that I did. This is so stupid that I did this, but I have to show it to you. One sec. This is us today. Okay?
It's positive 48 is what they call him. I call him Mr. Kennedy, all jokes aside.
Show some respect. He's called Mr. Kennedy. Okay, I'm just uploading this picture to the Discord so I can show it to you.
Yep. He was wearing a soft mask, not much of a mask. I posted that picture on a Telegram.
I just posted this image in the Discord. This is the community today.
Why? Yeah, definitely the camera's wet, but hey,
This is us like pointing to the live stream today.
can't help that. It's raining, you know.
I used that image that Folksu made of me as Worm Man. I used that to great effect to make an emote and to make this Rob Jack image.
How you doing?
Hey, are you on? I recognize your voice. I
I'm
don't know
Patriot
why.
Dave.
Patriot Dave.
That's right.
Patriot Dave himself.
That's not voice. I know that voice.
Thank you.
So cool. So where are you from?
Missouri.
Missouri. Because I was
Show me
watching this
state.
video last night.
Oh
I
yeah.
had to work.
I tried to introduce everybody as much as I could.
Yeah, I was trying to. Rosie, I didn't see you in the video because you had posted on YouTube. You know.
Well, my goal was, everybody's worried about who's who. I'm like, I want to show the Patriots. And I'm
He's tons of ladies coming up to this guy. He's got some serious game. I know that voice. It sounds like every heavy smoker that does truck videos with sunglasses on. That's right.
he was
So does Dave think that the costumes he saw in Halloween was actually people back from the dead? I'm not sure, King Uendo. It wasn't kind of clear from what he was saying. I think he just really appreciated seeing Dale, but you never know with these folks. That's the thing. You never know.
I did. I did.
I was trying to see. He said, "Look in the crowd," and I was like, I'm cool.
Oh, I know.
He's not even into this stuff, but the chicks.
But yeah, if you
There
had
was
that,
a lot.
The chicks are great.
I was telling him.
What does Patriot Dave think of Mac Jones as a QB of the future? I don't. We'd have to ask him, but he's not answering a lot of my comments. I'm trying to leave some supportive comments for this guy, and he's not really acknowledging it, which is unfortunate. You'd think if he was serious about building a community, he would be interacting a little bit more. But, I guess he's busy at the same time.
Oh yeah.
If a president dies, then comes back from their grave, do they get to finish the rest of their term?
You never know, though.
That's a good question, Crimson. Crimson 8, I'm not sure. I think what they were saying is that Kennedy is supposed to come back and not finish it. By the way, he's 104 years old, so he's going to be very old. So he's going to come back, but he's going to proclaim Trump the new president. That's the thing. That's what he's going to do. That's for the Supreme Court to decide. We got to leave it up to the courts, folks. It's an unprecedented situation. Who's to say? It's an unprecedented even. It's an unprecedented situation. Dave's just an absolute chick magnet. They're just crawling all over Patriot Dave. I'm kind of a little frustrated, actually. He's playing the long game. That's right. He called 5 on the president before he went to Dallas. I believe that's legally binding as well. This other stream had a lady breaking down the letters of the Rolling Stones and doing math with it to spell out JFK Jr. And there's a Stones concert in Dallas tonight, but the math didn't even correct. Is there another... I would support 104-year-old JFK for president over Kamala Harris, and I agree with that as well. Are you jealous? Yeah, I am a little bit jealous, I gotta say. I am a little bit jealous of the action that the attention that Dave is receiving from this. Is there another stream we can look at? Is there another, Patriot stream? Perhaps one with a little bit better video quality? Aimbot Devish. Same issue with audio, though.
You guys.
Oh, wait. Here we go. Okay. I had the other audio playing. Here we go.
Midnight tonight.
This is nice. Thank you for the link, aimbot Devish. Thank you.
Do you know where it'll be? Do you know what it'll be? I'm like, no, I'm trying to ask you that.
There was a big thing last night at 11 o'clock that we don't know about, that nobody's talking about last night also. So I don't know. It's all...
Here in Dallas?
Yes, here, right here.
Are you guys committed? Wait a second.
No,
What happened at 11 night?
I don't know. Nobody can talk about it. You have to be here. So, just like tonight, you're going to have to be here to know.
They're already aiming for midnight. Why would he show up at midnight? You got to show up during the day in peak news hours. What's the point of showing up at midnight? Everyone's asleep. You want to make sure you get the big splash, so they're ready with all the headlines the next morning. You know?
Shared beliefs that people have, or shared objectives that people have.
Well, you know, when he started 4 years ago, nobody really knew what...
Perhaps he is some kind of vampire. I guess that is a good possible explanation for that.
Which is admirable, right?
To research it yourself and know what's going on and educate yourself. Because we have all been brainwashed by the propaganda media.
True.
They don't even know what's going on.
That's absolutely correct.
That's what they want us to know. And we
Absolutely correct. 100% agree with that.
As you know, the mainstream media, it's just all owned and says what they're told to say. And if you're
True.
an educated person, you will want to research it. And
Absolutely correct, lady.
so much out to the light. I mean, here we were waiting for something to happen here, and don't you find it ironic that a ton of evergreen
Patriot Dave's gonna be laying pipe at a Motel 6 Dallas by midnight. Get on with it. He's got other places to be.
So we had
Okay?
just cruising by us, about 20 of them on a train track. What do you think of that? That's a sign, isn't it? Hillary's code name?
Huh. Well,
This is us.
what do you say to the naysayers, right? Because this movement has been criticized, it's been ridiculed. I've even talked to some members who have lost relationships.
Where am I?
Oh, yeah.
What do you say to all that?
Well, they're going to find out.
Well, we're gonna find out, all right.
We've just done our research.
There's more.
We don't know what
Make
to
it louder
expect
too.
either, but we know in our heart because the good Lord has given us that. And we know. And we're scared to...
Patriot Davis does not adhere to No Nut November. That's right.
So, let me ask you this. Is there a danger of doing your own research on finding the truth that you want to
totally.
exist?
Yes.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
all the
aimbot,
social
is that
media
better?
Tried to shut us down and all that. I've been kicked off Twitter 5 times just because of sharing inside information. And
We've
they
all been
don't want
there.
us to know. They try to shut it all down. You know, we're on Telegram now. Facebook won't let us post anything. You go to a Trump rally and you're not even allowed to post that on Facebook. You go to anywhere. I mean, and if there's anything Trump, we're going to get banned. That's not right. We should have freedom of speech. And this jacked up America right now doesn't believe that we are the majority.
Silent majority, baby.
There's more of us than there is of the other people.
It doesn't look like it from the crowd that's there, but okay. That's a bold statement.
It seems like
That's got a bit of a bold statement. We're not talking about climate stuff today, are we? We're not talking about climate stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about it tomorrow, okay? We'll talk about the climate tomorrow. Like the elites already fixed the elites fixed the problem, so not even a big deal.
When in actuality, there's way more of us than there are them.
Please, China, invade us. I agree with that chatter.
You see that there are some pitfalls to doing research, kind of in mind. Like you're trying to find
Some biker popping wheelies.
I guess maybe something to confirm what you believe.
At least she put on her Sunday best for the second coming.
I guess I'm more interested in like, say you do your research, like what does that mean?
Oh,
They toss coins in the Trevi fountain, job done. Simple
It's
as.
the worst place to look. You go to DuckDuckGo, BitChute,
Shouldn't you dress up for the Messiah? Well, it seems like she did dress in like kind of a custom-made QAnon shirt.
And if you share anything, and yes, some of these rabbit holes that we go down to, it's just totally mind-blowing. You're like, there's no way.
Sideshow breaking out at the Patriot rally. A typical story. Tale as old as time.
3 months, a year down the road, you get confirmation that it was.
I would be really appreciative if someone could gift Umbirella in the chat a sub. I know Umbirella needs to be able to use that JFK emote. One of my longtime Mufo on Twitter as well. One of my favorite people to follow on Twitter.com.
Oh, I do. So it's Q post, it talks about, and I don't remember the Q post number, but
Now I'm mad they didn't put the coins in the fountain earlier. I agree.
to have 10 days.
Where they could have been doing this in the 90s. In the mid-90s.
Darkness.
Okay.
Look up darkness.
Okay.
Darkness, Ingersoll Lockwood.
Okay.
It has to do with the Ingersoll Lockwood books.
Okay.
From the
You can count on me. You're going to have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
I mean,
Red Scary, thank you so much. Very, very kind of you. Thank you, Red Scary.
Even want to know about Ingersoll Lockwood. Ingersoll Lockwood.
One of the true VIPs of this channel.
To the office by Abraham Lincoln.
One of the true VIPs. Red Scary might not have that VIP badge. That may have been short-lived. But she's the VIP in all of our hearts. That's where it's important. That's all that matters.
So if you go to Ingersoll
You don't need the VIP badge, the special badge. We all know that Red Scary is the VIP. We all understand this.
You got it.
These are things that kind of confirm for you.
Confirm. But you will go down step, and if you make the mistake and you're not for sure, you might mention to somebody, and they're going to go, "Oh, you are crazy."
They should do the influencer method. Just get your pics at the grassy knoll, then bounce.
Somebody's going to go.
I mean, I agree. But you don't want to miss the big event, though. You don't want to go to the hotel and be like, well, let's go wait at the hotel, and then find out that you missed the comeback of JFK. How do we know she's VIP without a badge? I'm telling you.
Today? No.
I'm telling you. Okay, I'm making it clear.
He's there right now.
He's up there now.
Okay. Awesome.
Hey, but this is what I want to ask. I don't know if that is, but the guy was like big into, he had like a bag he was riding on.
The diamond was so beautiful. Oh my god, we can't do this. It divided the whole chat. It divided this whole community instantly when I tried to give out VIP badges. Instantly divided the entire community.
Look it up on your phone.
Okay, I will.
There's Hebrew, there's American.
So here's what
So what's the shirt? What's the shirt? So we know it's like a special custom-made QAnon thing.
And some subtraction and whatnot, and it said you got.
Is that like JFK Jr.? There's like a parted sea. It's like a figure in the middle of a parted sea. Is that JFK Jr. emerging from the sea after a supposed plane crash in the sea? Perhaps? They're just as starved for community as we are. Their community just happens to be lucid wasted. I agree. That's right. It's like I understand the urge to join a cult. Not that this channel or this community is a cult. I do understand the urge, though. We all need community. None of us want to be atomized. We all need friendship. Not that this community is a cult, but I understand why people seek out those kind of things.
I don't know.
Okay.
So JFK Jr. is Moses. Wasn't Moses related to Lazarus? It's starting to add up. Oh, fuck. Oh, my goodness. Hillary killed JFK Jr. Facts only, Vadrino. The Clinton crime family strikes again.
Okay.
Any final thing you want to say to the world?
I just want to say God bless America and let's get back to how we were. No more division.
Hey, I'm all for it. Okay, can I get a quick picture of you?
Oh shit, Danerka is dropping knowledge in the chat.
Hey, look.
What does it say? Like what we know? There he is. It's happening, folks. It's happening. It's happening.
Okay, hold up.
This is it.
You guys are y'all are gonna turn me.
Where is he?
Hey, A car that old here. Okay, a car that old going down has to mean something.
I can't see what her shirt says.
Okay, grabbing it.
Okay. Okay, let me get that.
No, yeah, so I did see this as well, Red Scary. Apparently the organization does believe the Kennedys are descended from Jesus, so you're on the right track. Yeah, they think it's the Jesus bloodline. They do actually think that.
My man, my cameraman right here. You're going to be a next video journalist, aren't you? You ought to get a camera. You need to start creating
This kid is like, I've seen so many fucking
you think it's hard. It's
crazy
not.
white people today.
I waited till I got in my 30s.
This guy's had enough of the white people.
So get started.
And I for one don't blame him.
Xavier, give me a fist bump. Nice to meet you, Xavier. Thank you for holding the camera. And look it up, a Conspiracy Castle. Maybe I'll pay you some time to come film for me. Thanks, Xavier. Hey, yeah. Hey, so I've seen you around before. I might have seen you at CPAC. No, I got a show called The Conspiracy Castle, but I've had a couple viral videos. Like I've talked to a couple of city council meetings. Maybe I've seen you online. Yeah, you've seen me online. So, I'm an independent journalist. I don't have a real big following. I have a site called. Ask me some questions. You willing to talk? Yes. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm just doing the warm up. Yes, please. 100%.
Dapping it up over there.
100%. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Xavier, maybe perhaps I'll pay you sometime.
Let's go. You're taller than Julie, so I'm gonna have to.
The Conspiracy Castle.
I can stand back a little. I'm gonna get a little closer to you, bud. That's cool. Because there's competing audio out here. I know how it goes. I'll talk loud. All right. So one thing.
What is this Conspiracy Castle? Oh, we got the Harleys coming back. They're rolling coal down in Dealey Plaza. Down Elm.
My name's Alex Stein. I'm an independent journalist. I have a channel called The Conspiracy Castle. Okay. You're going to be good to talk to. So, just, and you can look at me, not the camera. Where are we?
You're missing it.
See, we're at Dealey Plaza.
You can count on me. You're going to have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
Alana Nana, thank you so much for this gifted sub as well.
The reemergence.
Hell yeah, thank you so much.
JFK, which is not going to happen. It's so clearly not going to happen. But people do.
Is anyone here in this chat a disgruntled CIA agent who's also a QAnon believer and has the nuclear codes? If you are, you have to tell us or it's the law. That's right. Now that we've asked, it's illegal to keep that. If you
we can't trust our politicians, you know,
don't tell us.
We can't really put our faith, and people do, and so. All right, hey, I'll start it again. I'll tell you exactly. I'll tell you exactly. I'll tell you exactly. Okay.
Just going to the grassy knoll to chill with the Q crowd. JFK Jr. died while whipping shitties. That's right. I would go if I was in Dallas. It would be great to go to this. It seems like a nice little Monday. They got their lawn chairs. They got get some hot dogs going. Got maybe a couple beers. Some good times. Couple tunes. Doesn't sound so bad at all. Yeah, Xavier immediately, his stream is just fucked.
You know, as crooked as the dog's hind leg, you realize that the people that you annul and the people you look up to the most are not actually heroes. And so that's what's happening. People are they're on the hoking. They think what's going to happen is a person's going to really, literally rise.
We got a CIA agent, Probability Gaming. Thank you for admitting it, at least, Probability Gaming.
Man, that's the first thing we've heard all day that makes you know, because I'm really open-minded, right? And honestly, what I think doesn't even matter because I'm just an observer and a documenter of history. But I've heard some stuff that's very challenging to reconcile, right?
Same.
Well, this is what they're going to say. They're going to say that these people go to a place called Epstein Island, and that's a place where it's like a witness protection.
What's Patriot Dave up to? Maybe his video quality has improved a little bit. Here we go.
All right, everyone.
The man himself. Oh, he's not. He stopped streaming. Patriot Dave stopped streaming. Here's the reporting he's been doing prior to this, though. Here's 2 weeks ago, Patriot Dave and Jonathan Butts. Jonathan Butts.
Takes a minute to actually go through. You know how that does.
And when you see Patriot Dave in the flesh, you understand why he's getting so much attention from the ladies, because this guy is, he's a smoke show. I'm not afraid to say it.
Going live, and you got to be okay with it.
He's a handsome man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are live.
He's too busy right now, if you catch my drift. That's right. And it's not very patriotic of him. Oh, and he's got the Trump JFK Jr. flag.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I do.
Amazing. He's got the flag.
But I have Telegram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, it's just the bombs, man. It just
I just signed up for Rand Paul's Telegram channel, so now
Johnny Butts.
Oh yeah.
Kind of interesting.
That's very interesting.
I'm like, holy shit, he's saying that. You know?
Can he say that?
As far as we're concerned, you know, he does a lot of things, and he's
This
been
is 2
around
weeks
and
ago.
been through some things and seen some things, and definitely a water expert, no doubt about that. Get that stuff back the way it was when it was created, right?
That's the goal. I mean, that's the idea, is to kind of work our way backwards before we started to put our preconceptions on everything, is, you know, how things should be done as human beings. No blame, no right or wrong, just kind of the way the story, the stage has been set. And,
yeah.
You guys seem to be way behind me again in the chat.
Take it back. Like all things, I think water's just
Again, probably some kind of a deep state thing, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Well, it's very important too, because I mean, what's our body makeup? You know, 80%.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with spirit and soul, I think. I think water in itself maybe is the type of soul of the universe, where life progresses and prospers. And
I'm often saying
slow
this.
down to where, you know, you have a lot of time to look at things, where maybe the spirit world's like kind of a little bit more wham bam. And,
Yeah.
It's a little bit
It's more wham
switchy,
bam.
I think.
We're always
It's
talking about
more
this.
spirit, it's softer. It's more like wind.
Oh, okay.
You know, water is a little bit more stable, like on its way to a solid. So it's a way for us to like peer into like earth and wind and
Right.
bridge, if you will. So that's why I've always been fond of it as like a spiritual gateway.
Body's 80% target. This guy's body is 80% dip.
Pass through to do that, and it all really makes sense.
All the water in his body has been replaced by dip.
I don't think you can, but I think water is one of the better ways to do that. So it's a tool, you know, it's working with a fundamental element. That in itself is a soul and a spirit, but probably very well balanced. You know, the old, I think, like that.
I'm just waiting for you to react to my joke. Now I've got to wait like 10, 15 seconds so you react to my hilarious
the genetic
quip.
before things changed on Earth drastically, which they obviously have. The spirit of Earth, more or less, I think, changed, and everything on it. Spirit operates in a different way from that point. I think from the spirit world, I think the physical world is a way of, this is a really slow version, the same exact thing of a slow version of what's happening underneath it all, like much faster. And some people are really in tune with that, and other people are like, that's a shit mess, I'm turning it off. And you know, some people call that red pill, blue pill. I don't think logic is really the deal, but water, if you really use it as kind of your buddy, gives you some introspect, or your girlfriend, whatever, you know, it'll go both ways. It's kind of like,
I reloaded to catch up. Are they selling still suits?
Always.
This I was hoping to get some backstory to this JFK stuff, but this guy is talking to Jonathan. Patriot Dave's talking to Jonathan, getting very kind of spiritual and esoteric very early in this chat.
Going on, but until the water, I really didn't solidify that.
They really are into a very wide swath of bullshit. Exactly. They don't limit their one bullshit to just one area. They're digging all kinds of different areas and getting different bullshit from all the different areas and bringing it into their own creating their new mythology about it.
Yeah, right. Man,
And
living in
now,
a
now I'm like, fuck, I'm doing it.
but what wasn't living in the woods just like amazing? I mean, you're there with nature, and not so
Yeah,
much corruption.
yeah, and I don't want to give the impression that I was like, Jeremiah Johnson all the way, but it was kind of like that, but more modern.
What do they get into any of the JFK stuff? I want to hear more about
Like a
this.
Donald Trump, like could harbor 52 different tools to do a job, and you have to.
What's
So
this?
your 1 in 260 comes out, and then from there you kind of get an idea. They assign how many potential spirits you have.
They're
And
still
so
on this
I
stuff.
think 52 is the top, and it's supposed to be like one of the hardest. That'd probably be like a Donald Trump. Like
He's the ultimate level.
job, and you have to learn
52 spirits.
52 tools, and they're very challenging because you're top level, like pro. That to me would be an old soul.
This sounds like borderline Scientology stuff as well.
Mean just an old soul has the right to harbor 52 spirits, but an old soul that earned the right.
I just tuned in and thought this was about the new Oliver Stone JFK thing and that you were interviewing these two people. Oh, no, I am.
The Mayans were saying, hey,
I'm talking to Patriot Dave and Jonathan right now. I'm on mute.
And we wrote this,
but you get these guys on your show, they start going off, and you just got to let them go. You know? That's what being a good interviewer is about. You have to know when to just remove yourself from the equation. And when you have two like really high level thinkers like this going off like this, you just got to like let them go.
Degrees of this that you
know?
understand, but you also have to understand the basis for it, which I think is the whole bait of the physical world and the manifest of the spiritual world is to get to know your soul. I think
I'm 53, but whatever. Yours is good too.
You are away from your etherical core.
Yours is good. 52 is fine.
Is just to swim back to where you came from, and then to realize you can't do that on your own. So you use other transitional souls to come in as your helper at any time, devoid of time and space and blockade and barrier. Meaning you can call on this.
They're going so hard, you just got to let them riff.
For good.
That's
or
right.
Bad. This is not evil or good yet. This is just a state, and you can call on that for help. Like if you're a Vietnam vet and you're locked up in prison for 30 years, like what do you call on to get through that? Well, people say God, but actually, you were already present with God. God was in the bars that bind you. God was inside yourself. God was your water.
Are you going to get to the JFK stuff though? This is what I want to hear. We're still talking about that. Okay.
Because that's your path. So
Jonathan Butts.
I'm not big on religions because I've always had that eerie feeling, kind of like drinking the city water that Jonathan and I has talked about. It's like I've always had that eerie feeling, and
I don't know if they're getting into the actual JFK stuff.
Part of why making a good bridge between upper wisdom and lower wisdom.
This is really like woo, like esoteric new age shit, isn't it? And we know that there's such a significant crossover with the sort of new age self-help world with QAnon stuff. Really direct link for that. Just this guy doesn't strike me as that kind of a type, but I guess he's really into that stuff. Good for him. The way of the Book of Butts. Thank you. We're all going to become Butts disciples now. We're all going to become Butts disciples. So here was 5 days ago, so maybe this is going to get more into the conspiracy that we're talking about today.
You got Patriot Dave here and Oksana and Ephesia. So
Patriot Dave, once again with the ladies.
We're not going to talk about who's good and who's bad. We're going to keep our energy focused on
keep it positive.
What's good as far as what's real, I guess is the better way to put it. So what we kind of
there's a speech on Conspiracy Castle. Okay.
Where we go one, we go all is how we make tyranny fall.
Here we go.
Patriots, it's time to stand tall. God bless you and America. Now my poem, we're ready to fight. It's come time for us to fight for the US of A. To show those terrorists that they will pay. It's come time
that
for us
rhymes.
to take a stand. It's come time for us to fight for our great land. We need to fight for the good of all. because there are so many that are truly appalled. We have a nation that's
I'm appalled.
exceptionally great. The ones that did this are full of hate. They have no idea how strong we are. We're even stronger now. Stronger by far. We won't hide behind closed doors. We won't do
Hell yeah.
that anymore. Yes, we'll be more aware. What they did just wasn't fair. As a member of the United States Air Force, if the president asked me to go to war, I have only one answer. Yes, sir, of course.
But what if the president is Joe Biden? That's kind of fucked up.
I can do this, you see, because this country means so much to me.
The next national poet laureate. Well, when Trump wins again in 2024, I'm sure he'll invite her to the inauguration.
For our freedom and all of our rights. And for that, we are willing to sacrifice. That day of September 11th, the day so many left us and went to heaven, we all saw the horror. That very second, our tears began to pour. This pain will never go
If she can
away.
put in a rhyme about how Bush did 9/11, that would be a really good topper to this.
Mothers, brothers, grandmothers, grandfathers, sisters, friends, co-workers on that day. Those terrorists will soon realize our country is here to stay.
I hadn't been so scared since the age of 7. Then the day I realized that Bush did 9/11.
So to everyone, you see, we're ready to fight for the land of the free.
That's if I was giving notes, that's what I would be.
And remember what we all vowed. Don't lose your faith.
Oh my god,
in
we
the
got
Lord.
Mike from PA now rating.
Now than ever before. I truly feel the most precious gift you can give a person is your time.
Oh
It's
boy.
finite. I thank you for letting me have yours. Thank you very much.
This guy's okay. This guy's okay. This guy's okay. No.
Hell yeah.
This guy's on.
Hey guys, I just
I know Outrun from the chat has one of these suits.
This is some guy, Rob Russo, some leftist based in Canada. I was turned on to this
They're
sick
in.
individual. And I
Bring it
found
in here,
this.
folks. Bring it in here. Listen, everyone chat. Leave a chat. I'll get a special Twitch trophy if I get a bunch of people chatting at the same time. It doesn't matter what you say. Say anything at all. Let's hear leave a comment. Leave a comment in the chat. Quick, hurry. Couple more. Let's go.
But the pain I'm going through is very strong. I don't want you guys to have to go through this.
Welcome everyone. Thank you very much for the raid, Mike from PA. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bring it on in here, everyone. Happy to have you in the stream here today.
Have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
Happy to have you in the stream here
Time to
today.
get your Sankara emotes. TRRS Sankara.
Get your Sankara emotes by subscribing. Thank you very much, Arachnozak. And smash the follow button, folks. You know me. I'm Rob. Look at me. This is a face you can trust. You want to come back to this channel on Twitch. You want to subscribe to this channel. You want to come back to this channel time and time again. Rob Rousseau, I'm influencing you right now. There's a way to do this. It's called smashing the follow button. Don't hold back. Smash that follow button. And also, you should subscribe to the channel, frankly. I got lots of good emotes on this channel. And this is the only channel on Twitch. This is the only channel on Twitch.
Talk you through all this.
This is the only channel on Twitch where if you subscribe to the channel, you get to be part of a special community, a triangle of friendship. This is the only channel where that's possible. Some other channels, which we don't need to get into the details. We don't need to name names. Some other channels like to pretend that they came up with this idea. We know that this is not true. We know that there are some imposters out there on Twitch. There are some people on Twitch that say all kinds of stuff. Make up all kinds of crazy claims about who came up with what. Who came up with what patented clout distribution trickle-down clout system. We don't need to name names. But if you subscribe to this channel, this is what you can be a part of. Doesn't this sound cool? If you're a non-subscriber, look at the non-subscribers in this big image. Look at the non-subscribers in this image, folks. Do you want to be that person? You're on the outside looking in. And that's no, you don't want to be there.
You've just become an elite member of the Friendship Triangle.
Oh my goodness, Arachnozak. Jesus Christ, Arachnozak. Gifting 10 subs. Very, very kind of you, Arachnozak. It rockets right up to that elite level. You see how this works, folks? See how this works? Arachnozak moves right up to that elite level of the Friendship Triangle. One of my trusted lieutenants. Okay? And as you can see in that elite level, that is where the clout is most concentrated. The trickle-down clout. But thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much. I don't know if you were following this on Mike's channel today, but as you may know, here in Dallas, we're looking at...
We're going to have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
We're looking at a live feed from Dallas right now, where apparently today JFK and JFK Jr. are going to come back from the grave and proclaim Trump president. It's going to happen any minute now. We've been tuning into this all day. So what you're saying is you're a hun and a slang boss babe. Old Lobstar, listen, if you subscribe, yeah, sure, that's what I'm saying. Absolutely. That's right. So today we are indeed
good old Rob to talk you through all this.
I'm so susceptible.
Thank you, Coco de Coco, for the Prime. 2 months of Prime. We love it. We love to see it. I appreciate that a lot. And thank you, Rowdy Rousey, for subscribing with Prime as well. Very, very kind of you. If you get enough clout, you can fold space. The clout must flow. He who controls the clout controls the universe. We've been looking at the EarthCam stream as well. Oh no, you can see them all leave in real time there. These fake MAGA people, these fake right-wing people, you'd think if you believed in this shit that you'd be there for the whole day. At least until sundown. At least wait until sundown. Thank you, Anastasia, for the chatting. I appreciate that a lot. We may have got the chatting trophy. We'll see later. Will clout get my dick wet? A tactical melon farmer. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes to that question. We saw the kind of action that folks like Patriot Dave and the right-wing streamer was getting. You can have that as well, if you're part of this community. You can't spell Russo without us. Thank you, Comrade Social Distancing. Thank you. Yeah, but you'd think if you were in it, you were in it for the long haul. At least stay till sundown.
And have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
Merci pour ton bon travail. Cheeky smiley face.
Ben merci, GNKD. De rien, c'est pas un problème. J'adore quand je fais ce travail-là, ici sur Twitch, avec le triangle des amis. C'est vraiment nécessaire. Et c'est pas un problème. J'aime mon travail que je fais ici sur Twitch, là. Can't spell Russo without C bro. Rob, Prince of Atlantis confirmed, and that's correct. Yeah,
you
that's
can count
right.
on me. You're gonna have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
Thank you, Grammar Socialists. I've been living in Quebec for long enough that I can blend in amongst the Quebecers. Thank you so much, G Cluppy, another big time VIP of this channel. Who doesn't? They might not have the VIP badge, but they're an absolute VIP. Thank you, G Cluppy, for gifting us up to put some D's on it. Hostie de calice. C'est ça. Mais si n'est pas un JFK. Mais aujourd'hui, le chat, aujourd'hui, c'est tellement, je suis tellement excité aujourd'hui parce que c'est aujourd'hui, ici, sur cette channel Twitch, ici, c'est la résurrection de JFK. C'est un incident comme
I know. It's
complètement historique.
Let's see.
On va voir cet incident ensemble aujourd'hui sur le channel. La résurrection de JFK, le nouveau président Trump. Ça va être tellement cool. C'est tellement excité d'être ici avec tout le monde aujourd'hui là.
Nice to meet you guys. It's awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna stop talking French now. I don't know what that was about.
Well, you guys, you know.
I don't know what that was about. It is very exciting to be here for this historic event, though. Xavier finally getting some... Get that bag. Get that bag, Xavier. Are they doing the Twin Towers trick? Oh my god, they're doing something. Some like Illuminati dollar bill thing.
Well, now it's really starting to come down. The rain.
Okay, so they haven't left. They just wanted to get out of the rain.
Really starting to wash us out. So here we are. This is.
What is this? Corietti, I'm going to click on this link here. I'm going to click on this link, and it better not be disappointing.
Rolling Stones concert, so maybe we'll go to the Rolling Stones concert. We can charge the battery. We can.
This seems cool. About the infrastructure deal. Since we're talking about this historic event, though.
Oh my gosh! Look at this! Look, we're nice under the umbrella. Okay, so
apparently that's getting drug pricing provisions is going to be added to the legislation now. I'll believe it when I see it.
All the way from New York City. Say your name. We're live right now.
I'm Tenor. Everyone on the negative chat knows me as Tenor. Tenor Talk.
Negative chat, Tenor Talk. Okay,
Absolutely.
Tenor. So we're all the way from NYC. Now I got to go to the thing. What do we think's going to happen? Actually,
I love your red tie.
Everybody loves your red tie. I had to wear it on purpose.
You know what a red tie means in our world, folks, right? It's very, very special.
Tell them.
What does it mean?
Red tie. I don't. Unfortunately, I have to come clean. I don't do the gematria, but I'm just listening to the rest of my family tell it to me.
What is the red tie
If I
thing?
needed to learn it, I would have, but I get all the information I need out of the words of out of negative.
The Soros weather machine ruining the JFK Jr. reveal. Unbelievable.
They've been with us for a few days.
Fucking unbelievable.
It's going to be an
folks.
amazing evening, and I have a feeling if you're at home,
Come on
I have
now.
a feeling you're going to get to see it somehow. So I would, yeah. So make
Is this
sure
it?
you're home in front of your TV somewhere around. You know when that show starts?
I think 7:30 Central Time. So
someone bought me a ticket, and I know I'm gonna find her today, and you know.
What starts at 7:30?
We're sitting in section 17, row 45.
Wow, 17, row 45. Look at the symbology of that. Looks like something's gonna happen.
Wait, Michael says nothing's happening, though, but nothing's happening, right?
Wow, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All the way from
This
New
guy
York.
knows
Okay.
that something's
Hey,
going to
guys, I wanna
happen.
Thank everybody. Mike, see you at the show. See you guys. Thank y'all.
Why would Q believe in JFK, though? Wouldn't he be an evil dem? Rather, up top, we've never really been able to come up with a satisfactory answer on that. I really couldn't tell you.
I think I'm going
I don't know
to,
what JFK has that much in common with Donald Trump. You know, if JFK was around today, a lot of these MAGA people would probably say that he was a communist who deserved to get shot. So
In a few hours.
I don't really know what that connection is, but they've created this whole alternate history, though, where he's like, Q is the 17th letter of the alphabet. That's part of it. Okay, that's why they like 17. They think he has like some kind of special Jesus bloodline.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. They're saying that as well, which is like really upsetting to me as a big lib.
All right, we're gonna go this way. How you guys doing? All right, well, I think we are.
This guy's calling it a day.
I think things are winding down here. We're gonna have to end. We're gonna have to end the stream.
Oh no.
And
I think in the conspiracy brain, JFK was killed by the deep state. Well, and we know that that's true as well. I happen to agree with that.
You guys like the tie. Everybody loves
I
the
happen to
tie.
agree with that.
There we go. Okay, you guys going to the Rolling Stones concert? Yes. Absolutely. What do you think's gonna happen?
Hello, vexing thoughts.
I love it. Okay.
Ariel, the mermaid's got them some ice cream. Very well. Very good.
We're gonna be here there to support America and support the Constitution at the Stones concert. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Conspiracy Castle. I'll probably post
And folks, again, if you're
well, it's the
if you're a non-subscriber, another thing you can do, as you see Nightbot reminding you in the chat, if you want to leave a tip, you can do that. You can also subscribe on Patreon. You can do both of those things if that's what you want to do. If you don't feel like subscribing today, I'm just reminding you. I learned at the knee of Mike from PA when it comes to hard selling people on the subscriptions and the tips and stuff. Okay, I learned at the knee of Mike from PA to see him do that kind of stuff. So, don't blame me. You came here from the Mike from PA chat. Don't blame me.
The Q rally here at Dealey Plaza is wrapping up because of the weather, and it's about to get real wild tonight. I hope you got your popcorn ready.
Oh, yeah.
We simply use the computer to mark up the size of the account.
Thank you, Dixiclo 9000 for the 100 friend code. Thank you.
You're gonna have good old Rob to talk you through.
And thank you, JNKD, for the tier 1 sub. Gifted sub. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much.
So are you excited for the concert tonight? I'm excited for you. I think it's going to be wild. Now I have to go to the concert.
So is it the Rolling Stones thing? They think that something's going to happen at the Rolling Stone concert? That's it?
Awesome. Okay, tell me this. There's not a lot of African Americans in the Q movement. Do you feel like
no, there is not.
Diamond in the rough? Kind of,
Not a diamond in the rough. No, there's plenty of Trump and...
There is? But I'm saying the Q movement, is even a little more... Like, I got a show called The Conspiracy Castle. And so, you know what I mean? A conspiracy theorist, a lot of people aren't awake to what's going on. You know that, especially people in the Black community. They're some of the biggest victims of Tuskegee syphilis experiment. They've been victims to a lot of
That's correct. That's true.
That they're not even... If they knew that, they probably
That's absolutely correct. Why do they like the Rolling Stones, though? I saw apparently earlier, Crowd Babes, that someone was doing some, thing with counting up numbers with Rolling Stones, that it adds up to some number that makes sense in their universe, which apparently they were getting the math wrong in the first place. So I think they're trying to retcon the Rolling Stones in there.
Let me open up my jacket. Woo! Well, it looks like tonight is going to be wicked, wicked wild.
Wicked, wicked wild.
Let's see.
Yeah, weaponizing historic injustices that they would be fine with under any other circumstance. If Trump became elected president again and started doing the Tuskegee experiments again, these guys would be like, yeah, this is great. I support this.
Oh, man.
I think this is good. What's happening? What a day.
Spent $20 giving it to some kid. Well, at least he got $20 from going with. Ooh, I keep on losing my phone thing.
This guy's not doing very good on the subs as well.
Let's see what
this guy's sub meter has not gone up.
Let's see what the vibrational energy is on the chat. I'm going to immediately have to delete this off YouTube, of course.
Do you think they believe the Rolling Stones drink baby blood to stay alive for so long? It's definitely possible.
It's got to go down from YouTube. So I guess, to wrap it up. Oh, thank you for the $40 donation.
Is this red guy, Thai guy trolling? I don't know if he is trolling or not. I'm not sure.
What is it? People that don't realize the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, where they had the cure penicillin for syphilis and they refused to give it to them. So yeah. But we gotta take the stream off YouTube. That's just how it goes. But it'll be on.
Yeah, when I uploaded my January 6th stream to YouTube, it was mysteriously taken down, wasn't it?
Instagram, we are live. So if you guys want to watch this back. But yeah, it's all rainy. We saw where JFK was shot.
Folks, the syphilis, we got to figure it out. It's very bad.
That's just how it goes, dog. That's just how it goes. It's Q Live with Primetime 99, Alex Stein. So I want to say I love you guys and peace. That's it.
Okay, take care, Conspiracy Castle. Take care, Conspiracy